I wanted to share a few comments to emphasize some of the things that you see in the article because they're of such importance around protecting ourselves against these business email compromise campaigns. Number one is, if I were to ask you, what is the process you and your team use to verify changes to wiring instructions, the account that's used to pay a bill, or anything along those lines, any changes to AP and AR types of processes? How do you verify those changes are legitimate? If you don't have the answer right now, I'd encourage you to make that a top priority for you right now to go put something in place to catch that. Hopefully, the technical controls talked about in the article will help us head off a lot of what could end up hitting staff working in back office functions like finance ops. But that can be an effective last line of defense. Someone receives a message from a customer or a vendor saying, hey, you used to send payment here. We now you want you to send payment over here. You need multiple levels of review and authorization and verification before anything like that is put into motion. So if you don't have that today, whether that function is internal or external, source of the third party, what have you, make that a priority right away. The second thing to hit on is that training our staff is critical, but it can't be our primary line of defense. There are sufficient tools available to us that can help stop these illegitimate emails from getting to our staff. Nothing's going to catch 100% of them today, but a large percentage of them can be prevented from hitting our staff by using the tools that are available, some of which we talked about in the article there. So yes, train your staff. When you see an email that looks like this, how do you verify it? If it's not legitimate, what do you do about it? Who do you take that information to, etc.? Train your people, but don't view that as your primary line of defense. Lastly, a lot of the technical controls and tools that are referenced in the article, you might read those and think, oh my gosh, this sounds so expensive. And it really is a lot more affordable to put some of these mechanisms into place than you think. If you just want to have a brief conversation with us about what it might look like for us to help you kind of think through that, put a plan around that, we're very happy to have that conversation with you. Lastly, I'll share that a majority of the incidents we've seen the last 2 years have been of this type, a pretty big majority of them. And if you are part of a smaller organization and think that makes you less likely to this type of campaign, that's not true. Oftentimes, attackers are specifically targeting smaller organizations because they know that people working in operational roles do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different jobs, have a lot more kind of task saturation and task switching. And so a lot of what we've seen have been smaller organizations of that type getting hit with these kinds of campaigns. And most of the ones we've seen be successful are with those smaller organizations. So take this stuff seriously. If you want some help or just want to have a helpful conversation to kind of talk through anything you see there, reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you.